check the brakes. If it moves in plastic, we talking about it.
You actually go outside in this thing? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Welcome to the channel. Damn! Welcome to the channel. Breaking toy news like a siren in the night. Posting figures fresh out the factory.
You think you're funny, don't you?
I know I am. The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Decepticon scheming, hit a battle call. Maximus rise, Predacons attack. Beast Wars energy, yeah, we bring it back.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls.
Loki's on deck, yeah, they switching the game. Dr. Wu, magic, shell presence wild. From box to bricks, still a toy loving child. G.I. Joe locked in, Cobra strike back. Astro slinging Baroness, yeah, the plot stay stacked. Marvel legends pose like heroes in frames. Superheroes saving days, yeah, they live up the name. Imports on deck, joints straight from Japan. Every figure tell a story when it's sitting in my hand. This ain't just toys, it's a culture to see.
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
Every single time, this ain't just toys, it's a culture we see.
You don't remember?
For you, the day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Rolling like a midnight reel. Box office numbers and what critics feel. From failures to theories, breakdowns on screen, discussing what it means and what could have been. Men on films, vibes, talk, cinema, deep.
And welcome to Men on Films, the show that looks at movies from a male point of view.
Closing part, reviews with flavor, not scared of debate. If it's fire, we praise it. If not,
Hated it.
stay. Yeah, we talk movies the proper way.
I don't remember.
Oh, that's a porno.
That's such an old movie. Yeah.
Buzzing online, we talk, we break it every single time. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pictures, yeah, we give you the feel.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
We talk, we break it every single time.
Happening, everybody. It's another week of the toy and collectible news and review. A lot of stuff this week. It seems like more and more we just have so much stuff to talk about. So let's see if we can get through this. First off, like we always start off with, Transformers news and the ever consistent JT Prime 17. Dude said he was going to be retiring, tired of doing this stuff, but this year it's just been still getting fire from him. And it's kind of a little bit, there's some teases going on here, but he had a post last week. He said, do I spend 400 plus on things with spikes next year or 200 on a thing with spikes next year? I'm trying to budget. So I think the $200 is the next Titan, probably like Scorn or whoever. We know we're supposed to be getting back-to-back Dinobots, but 400 plus on a thing next year with spikes, I don't think that's another Titan Dinobot. Unicron has spikes. Could we be getting a Studio Series 86 HasLab Unicron? I don't know. And then then he kind of alluded to what some of these crossover listings were. Project Song. We're getting the band back together. That's supposed to be a Knights of Unicron box set. And then the collab caper, about time they're going to solve that mystery. A Scooby-Doo crossover. But we're not done with JT Prime. He showed off, or he sent something else, or somebody asked him about Vector Prime. And you know how we got that tease of that different color Vector Prime sword on Sentinel Prime's dish to put all your Prime's weapons on. The question was anything on Vector, and JT Prime says he's basically just a gold Cybertron deco with some tweaks. So there's kind of a reference image. Because what was that? Vector Prime was Legacy. Was it the last year of Legacy, I think? What was the Legacy third year? I don't remember. It was after Evolution. But anyways, and then the last, I think this is kind of a big one, leak or whatever, the crossover, and it's the other SDCC, is a Gem and the Holograms crossover. And that's interesting. I wonder what that could be. Could it just be like a van and it's just in Gem colors? Also, there was some eBay listings for that Unicron Soldier. Nobody's shown like a good image of it. But this is the same guy that had that More Than Meets the Eye Target exclusive hot rod. Well, at least that's what it looks like from the Dio background. But this is supposed to be that Unicron Soldier, and it's supposed to be based off the Megatronus mold from last year's Age of the Primes, that leader class mold. Next up, His Tank reported this, and I think TFW 2005 did. Hasbro filed a trademark for an in-house model kit line called Make-Its. May-Kits. There's a lot of speculation. I've heard from a reliable source this is just Hasbro's version of Blockies. So it's their version of a Blockies clone. Kind of curious to see if they strip licenses away from other companies like Yolopark or Blockies. I don't know. I just can't see them doing it, but you never know. I have little to no faith if this actually does happen. Anybody remember Creo? Didn't last long. See, next up, wrong way. We've got colored images of the stuff that was teased from Takara last week. And we knew what these were. A lot of this stuff we've already seen from Hasbro. So this is their Studio Series, Shockwave, Skywarp, and Astro Train. These are hitting Walmart right now. I saw all three of these at one of my Walmarts. And then Monstructor is part of the Age of the Primes. And a lot of this stuff is things that we saw at that show in Japan. I don't remember that. I remember the name of it, but I don't know how to pronounce the name of it. I'm not going to try. But here's that Overgear Optimus Prime. I am looking forward to more info on this on 6/5 Friday. So we'll see if it's 6/5 Japan. We'll see it Thursday. I am really curious what the price of this Optimus Prime is going to be. I mean, the other ones were pretty expensive. What Blackout was like $150, I think. So I can only imagine the Optimus Prime is going to be like I'm thinking $180 is my guess. Looks cool, not for me cool, but whoever likes that, I hope you're happy with something like this. Like I said, it's cool. The whole thing with Overgear is to look more militaristic, and it has a little bit of a 2007 Bayverse movie stuff. But a lot of that stuff was based off of military equipment. Like this looks like the truck that they used for that Minesweeper that was Bone Crusher in the 2007 movie. Almost same style of truck on the front end. Moving on. So here is Gigastorm. And we saw that at that toy show. And it's just basically a Trypticon repaint, remold. The biggest additions, I think they're changing the head to full tilt. Some different paint deco. And that big-ass horn. but this is pretty much one for one. So I want to make some guesses here. You guys can guess in the chat as well, or in the comments. The Star Saber was like 150, 160. The original Star Saber stateside. And then that Nemesis Star Saber now is 240. This Triptychon mold that was redone last year in Gen Selects and that darker was 200. I think this thing is going to be all of $300. I just have that feeling. I'm going to go with 340. This guy. Takara likes their expensive shit. Next up is color images of Missing Link Ratchet, and it's just the same as Ironhide. I don't think there's anything different other than he's getting a wrench. Everything else looks pretty much the same, and gets the Diacone driver. Just a little bit different deco. Speaking of expensive shit, I'm glad I'm not into is this Missing Link stuff. It looks cool, like I like the concept, but I'm good without it. Next up, we mentioned Yolopark. Well, now we have some Transformers products. These are instruction magnets. Then we have some IDW artwork keychains. And then these like acrylic, I guess they're acrylic, like little standees. It's really weird. Yolopark, I'm so used to seeing figures. Now we're kind of getting this like little just product. But Yolopark's not done. They were at Hong Kong Comic-Con. And we are seeing more Beast Wars action figures. And we are getting Megatron. And this thing looks gorgeous. Like the Dinobot and Optimus Primal were great. And this, it looks like all of his like armor pieces can pop off. He's got the toothbrush. I mean, it looks really good. I already have the Masterpiece, so I'm good with Megatron. But man, this is a little bit tempting. And they're not done. Black Arachnia. I'm just soaking it in. A lot of times I make these slideshows. I really don't get a good look at some of this stuff, and I'm not trying to be a perv here, but I'm just looking at her curves. Yeah, very curvy. Not bad. I'm digging their selection. Let's see. Next up, more from Yolopark. They announced 2 of their BotCon exclusives, and this is Sideburn and Minosaur. So these are, what are these? Are these the AMK minis? It doesn't say on the image, but here's what they look like in the G1. But like I said, these are exclusives to Agabus and BotCon. And BotCon's in Chicago. Is it this month? And let's move on to Blockies. So now we're looking at the full wave of Blockies Wheels Series 3. And this has got a mixture of IDW and G1 stuff. So you can see Sideswipe, Dead End, RC, Drift, Runabout, Springer in helicopter mode, Lockdown, Cup, Blur, and then War Within, Grimlock. I don't remember what the one, that car up there by Cup is. Then here's just some more images of them. Lockdown and Springer are your chases and super chases, which is kind of annoying only because I'm a fan of Springer. But I'm not really into these blocky wheels. Like, I like this stuff, but I don't have spots for these in my collection, and I'm not gonna buy it for buying's sake, right? But if it's something that you dig, more power to you. Moving on, more blockies. This is the Action Edition Transformers Prime Optimus Prime. I'm like, boy, this thing looks good. I have the Soundwave and the Megatron Action Edition, and I haven't really dipped back in since. And this one's really tempting. Like all the deco on the back of his legs, you can swap the face plates out, interchangeable windows, the sword, the accessories. It just looks good. He's got the sword. Yeah. I might be tempted. We'll see. See, next up we have Killer Body. Killer Body, they're the ones that's done like helmets, like role-play helmets. They did that Bayverse, was it Wheelie they did? They did the Frenzy from the 2007 movie. Well, now they're making a role-play Matrix of Leadership. Comes with a chain. I think this is a little bit smaller than the one that Hasbro produced, because if you look at how he's holding it in his hands, you can't fit the fingers in. I don't know if the Hasbro one you're able to, but looks like it's got a Bluetooth speaker in it from that one image with the cell phone. Lights up, has sounds. The packaging is really nice, how it opens up like Optimus's chest. And that's all for that. And then next up we have, I mean, this is so weird. I don't know. I've never heard of Squareos, but I guess they do TCG trading card game deck boxes. And that's what we have here. We have the variant Autobots and Decepticons. And then each one of these can hold like a deck. And then you can put 4 decks inside the Optimus truck and trailer. And here's kind of a look at the boxes. They're kind of cool. I mean, they're fully decoed out. I mean, all the way around. But you have Optimus, Wheeljack, RC, and Bumblebee for the Autobots, and then Megatron, Starscream, Shockwave, and Soundwave for the Decepticons. Let's see. And then next up we have
I'll be back.
Guess who's back?
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
You gotta put your back into it, dumbass.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
That's right. We got reissues of the week. And first is from Hasbro. They are doing a reissue of the Legacy Evolution Armada Optimus Prime. Makes perfect sense because of the commander for this year's Age of the Primes, the Jetfire. Because I think this was hitting pretty good in the secondary market, because this is what, 3 years removed, 4 years? Yeah, because we're 2 years into Age of the Primes. Evolution was year 2 of Legacy. So yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty well in the second. So this is very helpful to anybody that was on the fence for Jetfire because they didn't want to pay extra for this. I think this was a solid figure. DNA did an upgrade kit for it. I don't think it really upgraded it too much. I don't remember. It's been a while. But we're not done with reissues. We got third-party news, and starting off with a reissue from Magic Square Toys. This is their version of Dead End and Dragstrip. We already got Wild Rider and Breakdown. So I wonder who's next. A little bit of Multimaster. Yeah, that's right. But I've heard good things about this Legend Scale Stunticon team. So these are up for pre-order right now, I think, on Shozy and everywhere else, and Magic Square's website. But, Magic Square has competition. And we got images from New Age, teases of their Wild Rider, Drag Strip, Dead End, and Motormaster. Interesting. Got a little bit of a Stunticon war, right? No, not really. I mean, the Magic Square is a reissue, and these are new. I mean, New Age. But yeah, be on the lookout for more information on those. Next up, Great Works Studio. We got images of their Tantrum. And like, I don't even think we saw pre-production samples of these. Like, these are just out. Like, these are final copies. And looks pretty good. You know, it does what it needs to do. Looks okay in bot mode. Looks good in combined mode. And then there he is as a leg and the camera propped up. And then next to Lightspeed from Magic Square. I think this is going to be shorter than your Legend stuff. Predaking, I feel I want Predaking a little bit bigger than like Computron. And I have a feeling Computron might be a little bit bigger. Just judging from the leg bot here. Speaking of leg bots, we got some more information from Rising Star Toys. More pre-production or sample images of their Swindle. But we also got images of Vortex. And and this is chug scale, so this will fit with your gamer edition stuff that came, the Studio Series gamer edition stuff, like come out, what was it, 2 years ago? They did some of the Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron stuff. We're not done with the Fall of Cybertron stuff. 01 Studios revealed images of this is samples. This is pre-production samples of their 015-08 Fortress. And this is a Fall of Cybertron Metroplex. And people, because the first image on the left we got pretty quickly, and then we finally got more images yesterday, and we have him in base mode. And looks pretty simple. Like he's just sitting on his ass, and his panels and feet are flipping and flapping. And the shoulders, yeah, this is so and he's a big boy. Here he is in multiple poses. Looks like he can pose good. Does the old Iron Man pose. Very chunky. He is a thick boy. Thick boy. And look at him next to the Studio Cell Unicron. That Unicron is all of, God, I don't remember how tall is that. 28 inches maybe. He's tall on his own, and to see that next to that Metroplex, I bet that Metroplex is everywhere from the top of the head, not the shoulders, because the shoulders you got about another 5 inches. Probably from the top of the head, I bet we're at 32, 36 inches, putting them right there at that Titan size. The Fort Max is what I'm thinking of from Hasbro. This I think this would, I don't know. It'll scale fun with your chug stuff. But next up, Transformers Dreamwave are doing a repaint of their Tidal Wave, and this is their Energon Tidal Wave. And this is smaller than the Titan, so this one basically will go with your chug stuff and plug in with your Galvatron or your Megatron from Armada. And this also can plug into the Titan, like your extra bits, what you don't have plugged into Megatron. They are repainting this guy, and I'm sure we'll see more. There he is compared to the previous release, the TCW 12. Let's see. Next up, we're moving into that super deformed chibi stuff, and this is the former Laser Cat Toys, Machine Cat Toys, and this is a little update on their Optimus Prime. Really clean bot. I'm really digging it, but again, this is stuff I don't collect. But you can see the eyes light up, the chest. I don't know if the Matrix lights up separately or if he has a light and it pipes up. I would imagine probably individual lights. But speaking of clean up, that truck mode cleans up mighty nice. And then here's a good look at the trailer. It comes with the trailer with all the normal accessories. You got your Energon axe. His blaster can fit in. You got Roller, the repair drone. He looks kind of funny laying in his trailer. And then here's a comparison of their Bumblebee and the Waspinator. We're not done with Machine Cat toys. Here's their Abominus. Doesn't he look so cute? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's Abominus. I mean, their combiners look fun. Like I said about Optimus, like I'm not in on this stuff. I wouldn't mind having one as a representation, but I gotta put my money elsewhere instead of messing with these. The image on the left's kind of funny though. It's like the babies are fighting. Let's see. Next up, we have Tyrant Toys Victory Leo, and I believe, is this Legend scale, or it almost can scale with your Hasbro stuff, kind of. But then we have an image of in combined mode. Speaking of things that combined, we have MMC's R54 Optus Seco, and this is going with their Optus Pexus mold, which is basically the Apex armor, the God Bomber. It can combine into a Super Genrai. I like kind of what they did with this. And then I think when these images came out, they said these weren't final colors. Like the blues are a little bit off, and they're going to be tweaking that blue. We're not done with Optimus Prime. We have Guardian Studio or Guardian Model Studio CT10. This is their version of a Masterpiece 2007 Optimus Prime. I can't remember if these are the same companies that was doing the two different ones. One was the 2007. The other was the How Dark in the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen, where there's a little bit subtle changes. But yeah, these are from Mag Motion, so they are already final stages of producing this guy. There's here he is in truck mode. Then yes, this because he's got the sword and the hook, so I think you can do both with this guy. But there he is with that 2007 Autobot cast, and those are the official MPs. And if you guys remember, the MP, what was it, 5 MPM5 was a little on the short side. This team looks really good. I have the upscaled KO. Was it Bad Apple, Black Apple, something Apple? And that's my fill-in. I mean, this, I like this though. I don't know if I'll replace it. Let's see. Next up, we have a bunch of new stuff from X Transbots, and it's kind of funny. These images came out last week, and Shozi is like, "Hey, you can pay your bill on this guy." So this is their version of a Masterpiece Slug Slinger, and that looks like the Toy Deco one right there on the right-hand side. And then they have the Japanese. I think this is the Japanese Toon Deco, which is the one I got. And then I guess they are doing an American Deco as well. So these are the only players in the game when it comes to these Target Masters. Let's see, more stuff from X Transbot. So I guess Keith did not a conference call, but like a video. I don't know where it was, but I found these images on TFW 2005. So he was showing off prototype images of Hotspot. Is that all we need? Yeah, that's all we need to complete Defensor. I'm worried with that set. The last two figures were just garbage. They look pretty. They just were a bitch to transform. What was it? Blades and First Aid. The arms. And then also we're getting a look at pre-production samples of Zarek. Now they said I think he said during this they are only doing the Japanese version of Zarek because they can't do the American version or he can't fit inside his shell properly. So for the head mode, which is kind of weird, it's going to be in this shell. It's almost like a pretender. Let's see, very last up from X Transbots, we got a tease on their Nightbeat, which it's got a weird chest. That's not Nightbeat's chest, so I don't know what that chest is. But it is the detective hat that comes with that Nightbeat, so that's why his head looks funky. See, last up, out of nowhere, Fans Toys was like, hey guys, there's not going to be a reissue of Mirage, but here's the Toy Deco Mirage with the Toon head. How weird. And then here's this Mirage mold was a really good figure, and when I saw how much the pre-order was, or the final price was, I about crapped my pants. Shozy wants $100 down, and Toy Dojo. So this is the U.S. price. Toy Dojo, $240. I am pretty sure I paid $150 for this guy back in the day. Boy, what the hell? I don't need it. I'm happy with my Toon Deco. I feel for those that need it. And it's sold out almost immediately on Show Z today. Like, I don't, and then I think tomorrow it's going up for pre-order on Toy Dojo. I don't remember the time. I probably should have wrote that down. But I think it's tomorrow morning. I think it's 9 a.m. Central. I mean, I could look really fast. It won't take me long. That would make me a more a better content creator, right? Toy Dojo. So they're saying it is going up. It'll go live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that would be, that's 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock Eastern. And yeah, it's very limited is what they're saying. So get your phones ready. And then let's see, that's all for Transformers news. Hey, let's move to action figure stuff. And first off, starting for Hasbro. Now these are rumors. I don't know 100% if this is true, but this hit my feed today. So this is, I don't even remember what channel this is. But they're a retailer based out of Canada, and they said they got a letter from Hasbro. And part of the reason why I don't think it's real, unless Hasbro's gaslighting them, on the letter they said that they haven't raised prices since 2021, which that's a line of shit. But action figures and stuff are going to go up. He said 2%, but the math's not working from $24.99 to $29.99. But they're 20. A lot of I don't know if he's getting his deluxe prices mixed up, but it looks like things are going up to $30. So like if you're paying $27.99 for like deluxe Transformers or like your standard Marvel Legends or Classified, those are probably going up to $30. And if this is true, when's that straw going to break that camel's back? I think this is just going to push more and more people to import stuff. Sadly, because that stuff's not cheap and it's not getting cheaper, but a lot of times it's better quality. Moving on. So there was a Star Wars Hasbro panel. Now I don't talk a whole lot about Star Wars stuff, but I did this for Well Actually last week, and it was after news and review last week. So we're just going to throw this up here. First off, vintage collection. This is the best, right? Vintage. Everybody wants a 3 3/4. Their HasLabs always make it, right? Well, that shuttle almost didn't make it, or the clone troop transport. But here we're getting a few from Rebels, some Star Wars, and 3 characters from the Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't collect Star Wars stuff. I've almost lost interest in Star Wars completely. The last thing I might have watched was the first season of Andor. It's like I love Star Wars. I don't know. Well, I mean, we know, right? It's just the property's kind of fallen. Disney's just not done a good job creating content. But here's the Black Series reveals. These all went up for pre-order on the 28th from Walmart, Target, and Fan Channel. So these were a general release stuff. And then they did that Grogu as well. I don't know if that went up yet or not. But most of it is from the Mandalorian and Grogu. But yeah, moving on. Next up, we're doing to the imports and starting with Hiya Toys. And I didn't write down what this Godzilla was. Was it the 20? But this is the exquisite, not mini. It's the exquisite. Typically, I write notes because I always forget what the different lines are. It's the exquisite basic Godzilla Final Wars. And this retails at $60 US. Prices may vary depending on your retailer. And it is Q3 2027. So Hyatt takes their sweet time on stuff, right? Next up, we have more from Ohio. This is their exquisite mini series, their 1/18th line of G.I. Joe, and we have the Cobra Bat. And I think this is a new mold, right? They haven't done this. The last couple of weeks we've been seeing repaints of Tiger Force and Python Patrol. Now to see a new mold, this is kind of nice because they'll repaint the heck out of this guy. But yeah, that's all for Hiya. So let's go on to Storm Arena. So was it last week or 2 weeks ago we talked about these Hong Kong? These were going to be at Hong Kong Comic Con, at least the Nash and the Dan. And I don't know how people put up with Storm's crap, but so they are going to make these available at 2026 Evo Las Vegas. It's a video game tournament. I think it's a fighting game tournament, Evolution Championship Series, the longest running fighter game tournament series in the world. So Storm Arena will have a booth at the end of the month, and these will be available. So I know these are a hot ticket. I'm fine with just the player one versions of these. I know the Dan's coming with the really cool faces. I can't remember if Nash comes with anything. I think he's got a different face as well. But another opportunity to get them, and at least this is stateside, right? See, next up, moving on to NR Action. And we have the Black Myth Wukong. I can't pronounce this thing's name, but it looks badass. And the fire effects for the staff look pretty sick. Like I'm not in on any of this Wukong stuff, but I can appreciate it. Yeah. And then here's kind of a breakdown of all the flame effects, the staff, a lot of hands. I'm trying to think if I wrote down a price for this. Pre-orders are supposed to have went up on the 29th. So pre-order price is $86. No ship date though. Oh, shipping Q3 20. Oh, so it's shipping this year. So Q3. So yeah, it should be a quick turnaround. It's got soft goods. I mean, it looks nice. But yeah, thankfully not into this stuff. Next up, Mezco Toys, and this is their Mirage comic, almost a cartoon. Mirage Decoed TMNT 4-pack. and they are teasing these foot soldiers. So we haven't seen the foot soldiers yet. So odds are these are going to be in the future. I wonder if they'll do a 4-pack of these as well, because every image shows at least 4 of them in the image. So I'm curious. And then here's a breakdown of all the accessories. And you get a butt ton. Look at all those hands, because the turtles have different shades of green. So they had to give you all these hands. Mikey gets, what is it? Leonardo gets 10. Raphael gets 12. Michelangelo gets 10. And Donatello gets 8. It's crazy. Crazy amount of accessories. Oh, well, hands in general. Let's see. Moving on. Oh, no, we got one more image of the team. These look really cool, but I am marked safe from these. Next up, something else I don't cover a whole lot, but I don't know. I was really intrigued and watched this panel this weekend. So this is from the Valaverse booth at DFW. A lot of the figures they showed off, and I didn't write most of these names down, so I apologize. But Valaverse is something I'm not really strong in. So, but I think moving forward, I might start learning some more. But this is a repaint of Bane. No, Blackbeard. I don't know if this is going to be exclusive. Some of these are exclusives to future shows. And then you were on camera. So here's some more stuff from the Black. We have the Heavy Gunner Steel Brigade. And one of the things that's cool about this diver, like you can pop his torso and then plug it in on that stand, and it looks like he's breaching the water. The slideshow during the panel kind of showed it off a little bit better. And then there was like dummies that you can attach the armor. That's working with Duarte Studios. And it looks like Vala is going to be doing like almost like a training area, like a dio for Valaverse. And then there's a flag stand, the Black with a flag and a stand. I forget the name of these serpent guys, but they're part of the Black line as well. And then we just got a butt ton of Steel Brigade. Yeah. And I forget the name of the one, but they're going to be doing another variant with the gold head. There's also a Steel Brigade head pack. I think this is the Heavy Gunner that's like the exclusive. It's either the Heavy Gunner, probably the one that the head's next to. But yeah, it's going to have that back metal gold head. And then we have their Medic Pulse, I think is its name. A really cool story on how that, who that figure is inspired by. One of the cool things too is really accurate with the gloves, the rubber gloves, hands. And then I think we got a couple more images, and then here is some more of the Steel Brigade, and then those dummies you can put your armor on from Duarte Studios. Oh, and I didn't move that picture over. Whoops. And then probably one of the coolest things or interesting things is the extra line. So these are like your basic like background characters, and they're almost like 100% customizable, where you can pop everything off easily and do swaps, arm swaps, torso swaps, head swaps. And then it's what's funny for the Toy Unity Expo, there is an extras ninja figure and a Mike Honcho, which if you know who Mike Honcho is, you know who Mike Honcho is, which is basically a Bobby Vala figure in it. And one of the shirts is a Action Force Valaverse hoodie, and then the other one says Guppy Gang, and you know what that means, then you know. And then some of the last things he showed off, I couldn't find any images. Oh, and I didn't put these images. Son of a biscuit. I don't think I can fix these. I forgot to go back and fix these images. But you can see the bunker that's going to be for the World War and the mortar. kit, and then his you can't see it, but the raft. I forget the name of the raft, and that raft is only $65. So like really good. Like, and this can fit 4 figures, 2 per bench. Now the thing that stole the show, and I didn't screw up these pictures. So part of Vala's World War II line, they're bringing the Rocketeer, but it's like like a what if scenario. It's like, what if the Cliff, I forget his last name, but what if, because the Rocketeer was based on 1938, so it was right before America entered World War II, and it's like a what if Cliff as the Rocketeer joined the fight. And then so we kind of got the jetpack, like a more updated jetpack, and then you have the serial jetpack as well. I might be in on this. This is pretty cool. I wonder if he'll do a Jennifer Connelly from the Rocketeer figure. That'd be hot, right? Anyways, next up, we got a tease from Big Bad Workshop. They are doing something with Larry Hama, and it will be revealed at Joe Fest, so that'll be interesting. And then we got a little bit of more news. I think this was today. They dropped a Joe Fest exclusive, The Secret of the Serpent Temple Agent X. And then they're touting that weapons were designed by Gridiron Studios. And then here's kind of like a breakdown of all the parts that come with it. A lot of different heads. The snake. And then, yeah, a bunch of cool accessories. So this will be available at Joe Fest. This is part of the Agents of Omega line for Big Bag Workshop. Let's see. Next up, moving on. So probably the biggest bulk of news from last week is from G.I. Joe. And first off, I think these dropped Friday, maybe Thursday, the SDCC exclusives. They're doing the Fatal Fluffies and then a 2-pack from an episode, a 2-parter episode of the G.I. Joe series from the, I almost said Deke, from the Sunbow series. This is a Shipwreck versus Cadet Demings. There's no place like Springfield. So these, like I said, these are SDCC exclusives. This is the blue variant of the female Crimson Guard. But it comes with this terminal. I think this pack is $65. Yeah. Definitely, I don't need to get this day one. One thing, though, that has me tempted, if you look at the top of that console, there is 3 circle recesses. And I have a feeling they fit these. And you can put your mass device parts in that computer terminal. I think the coolest part, other than the terminal thing, if it works for the mass device pieces, is Polly. We get a Polly with its wing spread. And then here's some more images of Deming. Cadet Deming. Yeah. Next up, the Fatal Fluffies. There hasn't been a whole lot of good things said about these. I don't hate them. But I'm in the same boat with this as with Shipwreck Corporal Denning. I have no rush to get this. These 2 things are what I think are perfect for San Diego Comic-Con, and not something that we need like they did with Serpentor a couple years ago. This like just things that people might not want as badly. Like I want one of these because it's numbered, right? And I pretty much have I'm pretty much caught up with all my classified, but like I said, I'm not in a hurry. It's like I would almost rather have 3 of the little guys, right? It's a shame that it only comes with 1 per. But it comes with a whip, blaster, flame effects, little sign. It says, "I'm sure you will enjoy these fatal fluffies. Sincerely yours, the Cobra Commander." One of the things that's cool, I think this is the first time Classified has done a face swap as opposed to a whole head swap. I'm kind of wondering how much articulation you have in that neck. But yeah, like I said, I think these are, it's not a need, right? So it's kind of nice. But yeah, that's all for the SDCC exclusives. We also got an announcement from Hasbro Pulse that Dan Larson will be helping with the YoJo streams for YoJo June. So we have a stream on the 3rd, the 10th, 17th, and the 24th. I wonder if we're getting a HasLab this year. I have a feeling we'll find it on the 24th. Oh, we're not doing Joe. Weird news. Full Force reported this, but I think it was what does Yak Face go by now? He changed his name. Plastic something. But the Arctic Bats have hit the port. So the Arctic Bats that I've had on pre-order forever on EE and BBTS have finally arrived. I'm curious how much stock of this shit's gonna hit. Like, because we're getting our Snowcat. I think I have 2. I thought I had a 3rd one. But I might only have 2. But I think I have 3 pre-ordered, so I'm gonna need these to fight the Snowcat, right? And then last but not least, today they posted some render reveals for Deep Six. And what is that head that he comes with? Is that like yeah, what is that? I don't recognize that reference. But it's kind of cool that he comes with his egg-shaped dome, kind of like what he came with on the original toy, and then of the first toy, then kind of like a more modern deep sea dive helmet, almost like his version 2. When I see this, though, you know what it screams? Well, first of all, he's big. But it screams we're not getting a shark. Because if he would have to fit in the shark, that thing's cockpit would have to be huge because he's huge. He's really wide. I'm kind of curious how good articulation this has in it. What if... It's almost like a little mini snake armor, right? I'm assuming that you can't pull a figure out of it. That would be cool. I don't think they'll do that, though. Hopefully we get to see this in hand or pre-production copies or EP1s or whatever the hell they call it. We see these Wednesday for the live stream. And then the last 2 render reveals. We saw these. Were these at Toy Fair? This is the Snake Eyes with the Joe Ferret, and then the I forget the proper title for him, and the Viper and the Treble Bubble. But this sucks. These are in 2 packs because I want 3 of those Vipers. It says 788 on the jet on the back of the Treble Bubble, and these would go great with the Hiss Fire Team and the Hiss. See, this is where I want a 3-pack of Vipers that look like that, not the ones that we got, right? But yeah, that is all. We almost did it. This like I said, this was a lot of news this week. I'm kind of like following other toy lines too. Tell me if you guys like it or not. I don't know how much I'll continue to follow Star Wars. Like I said, it's like I love the brand. Never really collected the toys much. I dabbled a little bit in the Black Series, but if you guys want me to continue the coverage, I can pay attention. Valaverse, maybe I'll start paying a little bit more attention to that. Some of these figures are cool. I don't know if I'll buy any. I did buy the black. I haven't opened it yet. I got a couple other things, but typically I'm like a nostalgia when it comes to the things that I buy, like things that I liked when I was younger. New stuff doesn't latch on to me quite as much as the stuff that I had or didn't have as a child. But yeah, that's all I got. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Comment, share this video. I'm real close to getting the watch hours to get monetized, so I'm looking forward to that, because once that hits, we are going to hit members automatically, and I'm going to start doing whatever I can to produce members only content. And then this will air after Decepticast, so if you're watching this before Decepticast, it's not possible unless it's like the week before. But that every Monday 10:15 I'm there for open mic night for Decepticast. This follows Tuesday on Figure Fight Club for open mic night. That starts at 8 p.m. Wednesday I am on midweek mayhem. Midweek mayhem. Jesus, too much stuff. That starts at 9 p.m. but I typically don't get on until around 10 for the mid-show Transformers report. Thursday, we come back to my channel for, 10:30 p.m. I've already got the working stages of this week's episode, so that'll be fun. I don't know who's going to be on. Suda Hoop is probably going to lose again, right? Then Friday, Plastic Journey on Back to Figure Fight Club. That's at 9 p.m. I don't know who's on this week. Then Saturday night, to round my week off, is Men on Films, and Mikey's supposed to be on the show, and I think we are revisiting the 64 comedy movie tournament that I screwed up and now should be working fine. And that's at 11 p.m. on Saturday, and that's all I got. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care and peace.
Talent 910, maybe collects, yeah, that's the name. From shelves to the screen, still playing the game. With YouTube there, better culture career. If you love collectibles, that's where you step. Instagram scrolls, TikTok clips, sex for the talk, Facebook hits, Twitch going live, yeah, we building a base. Community strong, worldwide space. If you rock with the vibe, don't hesitate. Subscribe to the channel, yeah, elevate. Follow, like, share, let the algorithm spin. Tap the bell, stay live, let the journey begin. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pixels, yeah, we give you the feed. If it dropped, if it leaked, if it buzzing online, we talk it, we break it every single time.